Hey everyone, today we're taking a look at No Man's Sky running on the brand new Nintendo Switch 2, and let me tell you, this is the kind of upgrade we've been waiting for. First off, the good news, there is an official free Switch 2 patch available for No Man's Sky. So what you're seeing here is not just the old Switch version running on new hardware, it's been optimized specifically for the Switch 2, and the improvements are immediately noticeable. Right away, the jump in resolution and frame rate stands out. The visuals are much sharper than on the original Switch, and performance is significantly smoother. I've started this recording on a paradise planet. These are some of the most demanding environments in the game, and I wanted to see what the Switch 2 could really handle. In handheld mode, you can choose between a frame rate cap of 30 FPS or uncapped frame rate, which tends to hover around 40 FPS depending on the scene. The resolution hits a solid 1080p, which makes a huge difference in clarity, especially on the upgraded display of the Switch 2. Everything looks cleaner, crisper, and more vibrant. Load times are also dramatically faster compared to the first Switch. You're not stuck staring at a black screen nearly as long. Worlds load quickly and transitions are much snappier. Textures are noticeably higher in resolution. The draw distance is significantly improved, and there's much less pop-in when flying over terrain or exploring. The vegetation is denser, and the environments feel more alive overall. Lighting and shadows have seen a boost too. Global illumination is enabled, and shadows now appear softer and more natural. Combined with the better screen on the Switch 2, the game really starts to shine in ways that just weren't possible on the original hardware. Now let's switch over to the original Nintendo Switch version of No Man's Sky. Immediately you can see the downgrade. The resolution is lower, the frame rate is less stable, and the image looks a lot more washed out. Textures are blurrier, pop-in is much more aggressive, and the overall world feels flatter. Let me stack the footage. Switch 2 on the top, original Switch on the bottom. This side-by-side really highlights the difference. The Switch 2 version is not just sharper, it's more immersive. It runs better, looks better, and just feels way more playable. Okay, now let's bring in a third version, the game running on the Steam Deck. No Man's Sky performs very well on the Steam Deck, but it also requires a bit more tweaking. For the most consistent experience, especially on lush high-demand planets like this, I recommend using the enhanced settings with a 30 FPS cap. That gives you a smooth and stable experience while preserving battery life. Here's a comparison. Switch 2 on top, Steam Deck on the bottom. And honestly, thanks to the slightly higher resolution, the Switch 2 version actually looks a bit better in this side by side. It's a really impressive showing, visually cleaner, more detailed, and overall just more pleasant to look at. That's a big win for the Switch 2, and it really shows how much effort went into this patch. So, what's the verdict? No Man's Sky on Nintendo Switch 2 is a massive upgrade over the original Switch version. Better visuals, smoother frame rate, faster load times, and added graphical features all combined to make it a much more enjoyable experience. This is exactly how Switch 2 updates should be handled. Real improvements, not just minor tweaks, and I'm hoping we'll see even more updates in the future to make things even smoother and more polished. If you enjoyed this performance breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more Switch 2 and Steam Deck comparisons. And let me know in the comments, which version of No Man's Sky are you playing right now? Switch 2, Steam Deck, or are you sticking to another platform? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.